Top Gear is a fraction of what it once was. If you're a fan of Top Gear, I'm sure you noticed a change in content after the original host departed. But what you might not have known is the dark secret behind Jeremy Clarkson's reason for leaving the show. But to truly understand this, we need to get an understanding of what Top Gear is. And make sure you stay till the end to see how one racist comment can shut down nearly 2 decades worth of work. You see, Top Gear was a British TV show about cars that became increasingly popular in the early 2000s and 2010s. Top Gear just wasn't any car show, it was a cultural phenomenon. It attracted millions of viewers from around the world, not just car enthusiasts.
Should do a car that's quintessentially German. Trafficators that go like that. A sat-nav that only goes to Poland.
The show's unique blend of humor, adventure, and automotive content made it stand out from typical car programs. It was so popular that it was broadcasted in many countries, and even created international versions. At the heart of Top Gear's success were its 3 main presenters: Jeremy Clarkson,
There's nothing to be gained by it. Hammond, you idiot! You reversed into the sports lorry!
Richard Hammond,
And to flesh that out a little bit, here's our resident elf.
Yes, and what makes
and lastly, James May.
a 6-wheeled Mercedes-Benz? But did you know they made another 6-wheeled car long before that one? Would you like to see a picture of it?
Love to.
Here it is.
The chemistry between these 3 was crucial to the show's appeal. Their banter, argument, and friendships felt genuine, and created a lot of the show's humor. They each had distinct personalities that complemented each other, making their interactions entertaining for even viewers who weren't particularly interested in cars. Top Gear had several regular features that made it unique. For example, they had car reviews, where they would test drive new cars, but unlike traditional reviews, these often would involve unusual scenarios or humorous challenges. Secondly, we have challenges. They were often the highlight of the episode. The crew would be given tasks like buying cheap cars and then competing in various tests, or trying to modify vehicles for unusual purposes. Then we have the races. The show frequently staged races between cars and other forms of transportation, like public transits or boats over long distances. And these are just some of the segments that kept the show fresh and exciting, offering something for both car enthusiasts and just the casual viewer who enjoyed the host and the show's production value. But in the blink of an eye, that all changed. You see, in 2014, Top Gear's host, Jeremy Clarkson, got into hot water with the BBC for allegedly using racist comments on 2 separate occasions. This led to him revealing a final warning from the network, meaning another slip-up could cost him his job. But things finally came to a head in March 2015 when Clarkson was involved in a more serious incident. He got into a physical altercation with a Top Gear producer over something as little as what kind of catering they had during the filming. I guess he was really hungry that day.
We know is that the producer, Oshin Tiemann, was indeed attacked by Jeremy Clarkson, and he was also subjected to sustained verbal abuse, using words that no one should have to endure.
And this altercation proved to be the last straw for the BBC, and had major consequences for both Clarkson and the show. These controversies highlight how even popular TV personalities can face serious repercussions for their actions, both on and off the camera. And after the incident with the producer in 2015, the BBC took swift action. They decided to end Jeremy Clarkson's contract, which basically meant firing him from Top Gear. And this was a huge deal because Clarkson has been a key part of the show ever since 2002 and was largely responsible for its mass popularity. This decision to fire him had a domino effect on the show. The other 2 main presenters, Richard Hammond and James May, were close friends and longtime co-hosts with Clarkson. They felt that the chemistry between the 3 of them is what made Top Gear so special. So when Clarkson was fired, Hammond and May decided they didn't want to continue without him. This meant that the original Top Gear format, which had been running successfully for over a decade, came to an end just like that. Without the trio, the BBC realized they couldn't continue the show in the same way, so it forced them to completely revamp Top Gear. They had to find new hosts and rethink how to keep the show interesting for its large fan base. So they brought in new presenters, including radio DJ Chris Evans and actor Matt LeBlanc, which is famous for playing Joey on Friends. However, this new version of Top Gear struggled to win over fans. Viewers missed the original trio's chemistry and humor, and the ratings dropped significantly. The BBC kept tweaking the show and changed presenters, but it never quite reached the popularity of the original format, ultimately leading to the show's cancellation in late 2023. Meanwhile, Clarkson, Hammond, and May weren't done with car shows. They signed a deal with Amazon Prime Video to create a new show called The Grand Tour. Amazon gave them a huge budget, reportedly much bigger than what the BBC did. This allowed them to film in exotic locations and even do more outrageous stunts and challenges. The show is very similar to Top Gear in many ways, featuring car reviews, adventures, and the host's trademark banter. Looking back at it, it became clear why the original Top Gear was so successful. First is the chemistry. The 3 presenters presenters had a natural, funny dynamic that viewers just loved. They were like watching three friends joking around. Next is going to be the creative content. The show wasn't just about cars. It had crazy challenges, races, and stunts that made it entertaining for people who weren't even into cars. Third is the longevity. The show had been on for years, allowing it to build a loyal fan base. And lastly was the controversy. While the host behaviors sometimes got them in trouble, it was also what kept the show in the news and made it feel edgy and unpredictable. So, Top Gear's rise and fall is a classic story of television success and controversy. The show became a global phenomenon thanks to the unique chemistry between the three hosts. But as we just learned, things can change in a heartbeat. So, what do you guys think? Do you think James should have ever been fired? Do you think it was a right call? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.